I'm fascinated by the way that the ITV drama about the Horizon scandal has catapulted politicians into action so long after the event. But today, Alex Chalk, the Justice Secretary, is due to meet Colin Hollinrake, the Minister for the Post Office. There have been so many ministers for the Post Office over the last 20 odd years, including because it shifts. The ministry has shifted its name, its title, its various responsibilities. It's linked to this group, that group, and so on, as well as the Post Office. Matt Hancock was one of the people who I think at one point was in charge, and sajid Javid, and of course that string of Lib Dem senior MPs, and none of them seem to have done very much. It's just another little blip on their horizon, and yet it has ruined so many people's lives. And some of the people went to prison, some of them were financially ruined, some of them have died, some of them killed themselves, and all of them have suffered. And the period of time that it's taken, and the demand that they go back to court to clear their names, and the idea that the government and the Post Office talk about compensation when the first issue is to have the money that was taken from them by the Post Office returned. Where has that money gone to? And at the same time, when we look at the Post Office and we see the appalling levels of delivery that now masquerade as Royal Mail service, what is the point in having an organisation which seems only there to bully its former employees? I don't see the point in having the Post Office at all. I was told that the Post Office was the place to go to cash cheques if your bank doesn't exist in the high street anymore. And I did that about a year ago, and with my local post office. My local post office has now closed, so I had to troop all the way down to the central post office to do this the other day, and I did it twice. And both times I was compelled to put my cheque into an envelope, and it was sent off with great uncertainty and a lot of messing around. And yet only a year ago I put in a cheque to the local post office. It was paid on the spot, and I saw the money appear in my bank account. You just think, what's the point? What's the point if it tries to distance itself from the responsibilities that it says it's got? By the way, my bank also says that I can pay money into my bank account through NatWest. NatWest are some of the nastiest individuals that I can think of. It was an absolute nightmare going to NatWest. In the process, they took my passport. I've never had it back. So I'm now in the position where I've got to negotiate the Home Office misery of getting a new passport, and you go and get your photograph taken. I've now had my photograph taken 3 times, and each time I get to putting in the details in the application. It says the photograph isn't acceptable. And you think, what is the point? What's the point of spending all this money messing around when nothing seems to work? Because we're suddenly being controlled by poorly designed AI. The same AI, the same technology should be controlling the photographs taken in Max, whatever it is, shop, and the photographs approved by the passport office. The same technology should be used. I'm told the same technology is used, so the same result should be there, but it isn't. So there you are. I'm not a great fan of technology which is employed to bully people and technology which cannot be anticipated. So you have no idea what the result is going to be. And in the end, it's exhausting. Why subscribe to that sort of thing? Close down the post office.